Last week, Liga and Team of the Weeks crashed when the tradable Team of the Week pack came out, but skyrocketed the following day when needed for the Cup. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the La Liga players to buy when they crash in price because of the Team of the Week pack. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video we're going to talk about the best Team of the Week La Liga investments to make ahead of the La Liga Team of the Season Cup. But most importantly, the trend that the Team of the Week pack that we're going to go and get on the Wednesday is going to go and crash these cards, but they rebound very aggressively within 24 hours for the Cup. So what do I mean by this? Well, we can show you Aubameyang from last week, and we can show you that on the Wednesday, we saw that Aubameyang was about 36k, right? We can agree that Team Week Aubameyang quite well demanded when it comes to being used in the Team of the Season Cup. The Cup where you can use a highest rated 90 rated team. So you can see that he's 36, 42k. Well, the Team of the Week pack when it came out, and he dropped from 42k all the way down there to 29k about 2 hours after the Cup came out. Sorry, after the Team of the Week pack. Well, after the Cup came out, he went from 20, or eventually what happened is both the pre-hype and the Cup coming out, he went from 29 all the way up to 45k, meaning he went up 15k in literally less than 24 hours. So the Team of the Week pack happens here, the cards crash in price for a few hours, they then rebound a little bit in the pre-hype, and then for the actual Cup, they also rise nicely, peaking literally 24 hours later. So within 24 hours, this card went up 15k. It didn't just happen with Aubameyang, it happened with a few players. You can see Vitinha was 42k, went down to 27k, and then for the Cup, peaked up there at 37, meaning he went up 10k in 24 hours. We can see that Doof did the same thing right here on the Wednesday, went down to 26, peaked up for the Cup at 33, meaning he went up 7k in 24 hours. And we can also see Opry, again, went down here to 26 after a few hours, but then rebounded for the Cup, peaking up there at 35k. So we can see that there were some decent rises on these cards in a really short time. And once again, this happens because there's loads of supply, and then 24 hours later, there's loads of demand. So those players rebound really nicely. So what we're going to do is we are going to talk about the best La Liga Team of the Weeks to go and try and replicate this trend with. Now, because this video is pre-made because I'm on holiday, I'm not going to know what the players are going to go down to. But what I can tell you is these Team of the Weeks were the cheapest around about 2 to 3 hours after. Meaning you're going to look at buying these cards 8 PM to 9 PM UK time. Now, in theory, you do have all the way from probably about 7 PM all the way to maybe early morning the following day. But if you want to look at the absolute optimal, it's 2 to 3 hours after the Team of the Week pack came out. So without further ado, let's start going through the positions on the best La Liga Team of the Weeks to buy. Regarding the Team of the Weeks as well, we're only really looking to buy in Team of the Weeks that are sitting near the discard price of Team of the Weeks when the pack comes out. For example, you can see someone like Alaba here. We're not really going to look at buying Alaba, but what we will probably look at is buying Araujo. The reason for this is because we saw someone like Team of the Week Dembele, someone again who wasn't anywhere near being a fodder Team of the Week. If we go and look on the Wednesday, we can see he dropped from 110 down there to 97k. But he didn't rebound very well for the Cup. Despite being a low-rated meta Team of the Week, he just didn't rebound very well. So what we're ideally looking at is really only going to be the players who are near discard. Again, you could probably pay like 3-4k more than discard, but we're not looking at Alaba, who might, probably goes down to 70k, but he isn't anticipated to rebound very well. But start off with centre-backs, I wouldn't go with the likes of Ramos. I would literally just keep it a ratio. Not many other centre-backs. There's loads of good gold centre-backs, meaning I don't think the demand on the Team of the Week centre-backs would be that good, but I do think a ratio is an exception to that. Now on to right-backs, and again a ratio pops up here, but the main one here I would like is Cancelo. Now if you're really struggling to go and buy other investments, I'd say maybe DeMarcus or Vasquez would be good, but I don't think they're too amazing, so we'd kind of just keep it to the likes of Cancelo and a ratio when it comes to right-backs. Now I cover this in a video maybe tomorrow, but there are actually a bunch of Team of the Weeks that might be good investments if you want to gamble on them being needed for Evos. So just like how like Moffy, Vitinha, first and foremost Aubameyang were used for Evos this week and they all went extinct. There's a bunch of La Liga Team of the Weeks that might fit that. So tomorrow's video is probably going to be talking about which La Liga special cards would I buy gambling for an Evo. Can't guarantee because it'd be way too easy if I could guarantee that they'd be needed for the Evo, but the ones that are likely to be needed for an Evo because EA kind of do repeat the requirements quite a lot, but that is going to be tomorrow's video. We now move on to left backs, and you do have the likes of Mendy, which just hinder the left back investment a little bit, but I do like the likes of Yuri Bernardeschi, being 90 pace and a nice all-rounded card there. Also, I don't think you'd struggle getting him for discard. So yeah, Yuri Bernardeschi being the only left back I like, other than, of course, Ken Chad. Just cover this while here. We don't really go goalkeepers. Goalkeepers very rarely do well for cups. I guess people just aren't buying goalkeepers. They're not prioritising putting coins into goalkeepers, so yeah, they just never do well, so I don't recommend buying any goalkeepers. The CDMs, the only person I really like here is going to be Toni Kroos. I would also only really like his 80 rated card. I don't think it's amazing, but I do think it could rise slightly for the cup. So you got 88 rated Toni Kroos. Now moving on to centre mids, Valverde sadly are just going to be a little bit too expensive, but someone I do like is Modric. I think 89 Modric isn't too bad. On top of that, 88 De Jong is a nice investment. Definitely coming across as a bit of a weird team week to buy, but it's mainly because of his position utility of having striker and left wing utility, and being a double play style with 5-star weak foot 4-star skills, and that's Jumani. Also, I think you might find him quite easy to go and pick up. Ferran Torres is also kind of in that same breath where he's just got that left wing, right wing and striker utility. Also, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't go down to discard. Not the best card in the world, but I can still see it rising. Now moving under where the players who can play right wing, I think Correa is probably one of your best investments. A lot of hype around this card when it was out initially. I think it was like 90k. So lots of hype when this card initially came out. Also, it's really nice stats, double play style, so I think this is a good investment. Not so good of an investment, but should be quite easy to win at discard is Salvio. Again, mainly comes down to there being a lack of left wings and right wings you can use in the La Liga, and him being able to play in both also would be a very easy card to go and win at discard. That then leads us on to the strikers, which we have 89 Griezmann to go in for. If you're really struggling for investment, you also, I'd say, have 86 Dubravek, and you also have 88 Sorloth. The only problem with 88 Sorloth is he's got an 89th birthday. So that's the only problem right there. So those are going to be the team of the weeks, but when is the sale point going to be? Now, the vast majority of cards I bought last week peaked at 7 PM, so 1 hour after the SBC came out on the Thursday. Regards to selling them, you normally have all the way up until 5 PM on the Friday. The reason you have till 5 PM on the Friday is, let's say I went and got myself some Liga like left backs, and then they go and drop themselves, you know, like this guy for 24k. Or let's say I go and buy some right backs and they do well, and this guy drops at 50k. So you buy these team of the weeks, you're going to go and sell them. Ideally, it's going to be just 1 hour after 6 PM, which is why this investment is such a good buy, because you literally buy 2 hours after Wednesday and sell 1 hour after Thursday. But yeah, I don't recommend holding onto these cards past the 6 PM on the Friday, because the players can very easily get replaced by team of the seasons. The only reason you'd want to hold on to the cards is, let's say, 1, maybe they don't do that well, or 2, you want to gamble on them being able to be used for an Evo. Now, obviously, the cards that can be used for an Evo are traditionally very low-rated cards, so I'll be honest with you, the vast majority of cards I recommended probably wouldn't fit the whole fitting to an Evo selection, especially strikers. Someone like this guy, you know, maybe he doesn't do well for the cup. He's the sort of player that could very easily fit into the Evo with no play styles, very low rated, lots of position utility which could work in your favour, although they haven't been going specifically positions, so that wouldn't matter too much. But yeah, so that's, I guess, your alternative if the cards don't do very well, but I'd be very surprised if they don't. That's going to wrap that up, as I see you tomorrow with a video regarding the best ones to go and buy in gambling and anticipation of Evo. But thanks for coming in. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.